ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै गुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 रामो राम राम हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I welcome all of you for today's session. Today we are going to discuss third canto, 14th chapter. So 25th sloka onwards, we will be discussing. So how very less students? What happened? I think they want change of the speaker. I don't know. So yesterday we were discussing Kasyapa and Diti. So Diti was attacked by Kamadev. So that's why she was not able to tolerate the pain. And that's why she was approaching her husband, Kashyapa. So to get rid of this pain, and also not only the reason, another reason is she want a child. So then after hearing this request, Kashyapa was explaining about the how wife and also wife can be good, a good wife how she can be, and so and so. But he was speaking very softly. All the discussion we have seen, and at the end he was mentioning. So this is not the right time. So to have intercourse, sexual intercourse, because this is the Sandhya Vela. So Sandhya time is not good. So as per Dharma Shastras, yeah, one should not eat in Sandhya time and one should not do sex or one should not go for evacuating stool or urination. So if something is urgency, okay, this is, but otherwise, yeah, this Sandhya time they should do meditation on Lord. They should do their sadhana. So because in this time, this is the time given for Rudra, and Rudra is accompanied with all his ghosts is the Bhutapati, Bhutapati Natha. We have seen in the second chapter of first canto. So Bhutapati, who is Bhutapati? Shiva is Bhutapati. So all his along with his ghosts, he make a trip actually. These ghosts are suffering actually without any body. So out of the compassion, Lord Shiva, so he will allow these ghosts to enter into the wombs of those people who are going to do so sexual intercourse in that time. So that means who are violating the principles of dharma and do the abominable activity that is having this. Then in their wombs, ghost will take place. Ghost means that is also jivatma which is having a some ghost body. So but they are all having some bad karma. That's why they became ghost. Now such a jivatmas which are accompanied with the bad karma, they enter into the wombs. So then there will be a problem actually. So then ghostly behavioral people will be taking birth. So Kasyapa said this point to Mother Diti. So he's saying, he means here Shiva. Shiva places them into the wombs of women who indulge in sexual intercourse regardless of the restrictions on time and circumstance. Kashyapa wanted to impress this fact upon Diti so that she might wait for a while. Just is requesting, wait for some time. Just let it go for another few minutes. So then Sandhya time will be over, then we can have. So like that he was softly, gently he is telling to her. Next 25th shloka. श्मशानचक्रानिलधूलिधूम्रा विकीर्णविद्योतजटाकलापः भस्मावगुणाण्ठमलरुक्मदेहो देवस्त्रीभिः पश्यति देवरस्ते. My voice is audible clearly?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Lord Shiva's body is reddish and he is unstained, but he is covered with ashes. His hair is dusty from the whirlwind dust of the burning crematorium. He is the younger brother of your husband, and he sees with his three eyes. So Kashyapa is saying, Miss Kashyapa's younger brother is Rudra. Lord Shiva is not an ordinary living entity, nor is he the nor he is he in the category of Vishnu. So Shiva is also Ishvara Tattva, but he is not Ishvara Tattva like Vishnu. Maya Sparsha Rahita Ishvara Tattva is Vishnu. Maya Sparsha Sahita Ishvara Tattva is Shiva. So you understand? Like Jivatma is not a Ishvara. Jiva Tattva. All the Jivatmas are Jiva Tattva. They can be influenced by Maya. They can be covered by Maya Savidya. Maya can touch. Touch means can influence. In the case of Shiva, he is Ishvara Tattva, but he is not like Vishnu. Maya can influence him, but he is not exactly like Jiva also. Jiva Tattva is different. Sarvagnatva is not there in the Jiva Tattva. But Ishvara Tattva is possessing the Sarvagnatva. That means knowing everything. So Shiva is like that. He is Ishvara, but Maya can touch him. Maya can influence him. So such a difference is there between. So that's why Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu are not same. Lord Vishnu is a Sakshat Parabrahmatvam is there in him. That means absoluteness is directly is there in that tattvam, Ishvara tattvam. But in the Shiva, absoluteness is not directly there. He is a kind of Ishvara tattva, but not exactly like Vishnu. So it's something different. And also is not like Jiva. Is higher than Jiva and lower than Vishnu. Shiva can be influenced by Maya, but Vishnu cannot be influenced by Maya. So we have seen in the first canto, second chapter, if you all remember. Sattvam rajastama iti prakrutir gunastai yukta para purusha eka ihasya dhatte स्थित्यादये हरिविरिञ्चि हरेति संज्ञा श्रेयांसि तत्र खलु सत्त्वतनो नृणां स्युः श्रेयांसि तत्र खलु सत्त्वतनो नृणां स्युः. Suta Goswami was saying to Saunakadi Rishis, "Oh Saunakadi Rishis, you all asked questions so nicely. Samyak Munaya Sadhu Prustoham Bhavadvirilokamangalam Yatkruta Krishna Samprashno Yenatma Suprasidati." Hey Rishis, what a wonderful questions you all ask. 6 questions are really wonderful. Sadhu Prustoham. So like that he began of replying the questions of Saunaka Rishis. He will explain about the bhakti. Dharmasvanustitah pumsam vishvaksena kathasu yaha notpadayed yadiratim sramayeva kevalam. So the Goswami was saying, this bhakti is so wonderful. If anyone follow dharma, that means varnashrama dharma, if it is not going to lead to develop the taste in Lord Krishna's pastimes, that following dharma is simply waste of time. Like that he explained about the glories of the bhakti. Finally, he was saying, Atho vai kavayo nityam bhaktim paramaya muda vasudeve bhagavati kurvantyatma prasadani. This Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. That's why all the intelligent people they do bhakti in him. So in Kali Yuga, how to do the bhakti? That bhakti also यज्ञैः सङ्कीर्तनप्रायैर्यजन्ति हि sumedhasaha. So intelligent people they do bhakti in Krishna with the sankirtan. After saying this, Sutta Goswami is saying, Sattvam rajastam iti prakrutir gunastai yukta eka ihasya datte युक्तः परः पुरुष एक इहास्य दत्ते तित्यादये हरिविरिञ्चि हरेति संज्ञा श्रेयांसि खलु तत्र सत्त्वतनो नृणां स्युः. So the Goswami is saying that Krishna only took three different forms. Hari Virinchi Hareti Sangyaha. This Hari means Vishnu, Virinchi means Brahma, and Hara means Shiva. These three are what? That Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna's Guna Avataras. That means Krishna is not directly taking. These three avatars are also coming from where? From the Jagruhe Paurusham Rupam Bhagavan Mahadadibihi Sambhuta Shodasha Kalamado Lokasisrukshaya. Krishna is not directly taking these Gunavataras. First, he is manifesting from him one Purusha, that is Mahavishnu. From there onwards, all the avatars are expanding, all the further Purusha avatars and also further Guna avatars. So that means ultimately this Hari, Virinchi, Hara, these three Gunavataras are also belongs to Krishna only. Here Sudha Goswami is saying, Sreyamsi khalu tatra sattvatano nrunam syuhu. Here Sudha Goswami is saying, hey Sonakadrishis, that Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna has taken these three avatars, Gunavataras, Hari, Virinchi, Hareti, Sangyaha. That means Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma. But among these three, only Vishnu is worshipable. Sreyamsi means is beneficial. What? Sreyamsi khalu tatra sattva tanor nrunam sihu. Only Vishnu who is having the Vishuddha Sattva body. That means Shiva and Brahma they don't have Vishuddha Sattva body. That means their body is not out of Vishuddha Sattvam. That is not transcendental body. But only Vishnu's body is a transcendental body. This is the difference. So that's why he is saying, Vejire munayothagre bhagavantamadhokshajam sattvam vishuddham kshemaya kalpante yenu taniha. So that's what Sotu Goswami is saying. O Saunakadrishis, this Vishnu is only worshipable. Sattvam vishuddham kshemaya. Not only me, I am not only, it's my opinion. Bhejire munayothagre. Even before to me, there are so many munayaha, means so many sages. They are all very intelligent and they all worship Vishnu, not the Brahma and Shiva. So that's why Vishnu is different. Vishnu's body is Sattvam Vishuddham Kshemaya, not in the case of Brahma and Shiva. So, but Lord Shiva is also is a sadhaka, is a devotee. He did devotion. That's why he also became transcendental after that. But originally, no, he is not having the transcendental body. Like even the Jivatma, you, me, all. If we do devotion, we all become transcendental. Our body will become transcendental. Our Guru body is transcendental. Like that, Shiva's body is also transcendental. But originally, no. He is far more powerful than any living entity up to the standard of Brahma. Okay. One of his eyes is like sun. And he lives mostly in the crematorium. He's so renounced, not like us. Lord Shiva is a renounced personality. So he always stay in the crematorium because who are worshipping him, for all of them, he is giving so many opulences. That thing we have seen in the second canto, third chapter. Rudra will give all the powers. What he's saying? Sukadeva Goswami is saying, Vasu kamo vasun rudran virya kamo tha viryavan. If you want power, then you should worship Shiva. Shiva will give all the material opulences, but he lives in a crematorium. That means he's a great Vaishnava. He's completely out of bodily situation. He doesn't want any opulences. Vaishnavas are akinchanas. Vaishnavas are simply live like a beggar. They don't accept any material opulences. If Lord gives, then okay, but they don't endeavor. They always live so simple, not sinful. We are living like sinful people. Sinfully we are living, and we are trying to asking excuse from the Lord. Oh, I am doing chanting, so I should be excused. Whatever sin I do, whatever the modern technology, this, that, all the sinful life, sinful earning, and we want to cover that with the name of Bhakti. This is wrong. So next, that Shiva is very vigilant, and he has three eyes, and one cannot escape his vigilance any more than one can escape Vishnu. Although seen by the police, the criminal is sometimes not immediately punished. The police wait for the proper time to apprehend him. So that means Lord Shiva is like a police. So anyone do the forbidden time for sexual intercourse would be noted by Lord Shiva, and Diti would meet with proper punishment by giving birth to a child of ghostly character or a godless impersonalist. Kasyapa foresaw this, and thus he warned his wife Diti. यस्य लोके स्वजनः परो वा नात्याधृतो नोत कश्चिद् विगर्ह्यः वयं रतैर्यश्चरणापाविद्धा माशा स्महे जाम्बत भुक्तभोगा. Lord Shiva regards no one as his relative, and there is no one who is not connected with him. He doesn't regard anyone as very favorable or above. We respectfully worship the remnants of his footsteps, and we vow to accept what is rejected by him. Lord Shiva is a great Vaishnava. Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasangascha laulyam cha shadbir bhaktir vinashyati. Vaishnavas are always cautious. They are not at all interested in the janasangaha. That means mingling with the worldly people. Even for the lively sustenance also, they will not mingle with the worldly people, because by mingling with the worldly people, they will contaminate the hearts of the Vaishnavas also. Association is so powerful. Janasangascha laulyam cha shadbir bhaktir vinashyati. These Vaishnavas always careful about association. Lord Shiva is a great Vaishnava. He is very much careful about the association. That's why he doesn't want to mingle with the people and enjoy the so-called social parties along with the other devatas. No. He is not interested in the so-called social parties along with the other devatas, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, and so on so. They used to go for the picnics, parties. But Shiva is not like that. He's a great Vaishnava. He wants to use every minute to meditate on the Lord. He is always meditating in the heart and the lotus feet of the Lord. So that's why in his heart there is a So Lord's lotus feet always. So like that. And such a great Vaishnava. He has no relative. He is well-wisher of everyone. That's why he took when the churning of ocean happened. Then first released one is the poison, and he took. He's a great Vaishnava. Paradukka Dukhi. He doesn't want to see this tremendous poison to fall onto the earth or someone else, because all the living entities will be troubled by this poison. But he took and he kept in his kanta. That is the Vaishnavism. He's like that, great Vaishnava. Everyone should feel so grateful to such a great Vaishnavas. And we should have respect and devotion towards them. We respectfully worship, and also we should accept the remnants of Vaishnava, so that we will be getting the mercy from them. Other devotees as Mahaprasad are great spiritual foodstuff. The remnants of foodstuffs offered to the Lord are called prasada, but when the same prasada is eaten by great devotee like Lord Shiva, it is called as Mahaprasada. Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmani Vaishnavi. Mahaprasade Govinde means what we should take. Actually, we should take the remnants of the Vaishnavas. We eat prasada and we call that Mahaprasad. So that's why we should feed first Vaishnavas, the great Vaishnavas. Then whenever there is a remnant, so remnants are there, those you should take. Along with that, you should take. You should not sit first. No. Great Vaishnavas should sit first. Vaishnavas. So then that will become Mahaprasad. Then you should eat that Mahaprasad. Then you will be delivered. Mahaprasad is more powerful than the Prasad. Lord Shiva is so great that he doesn't care for the material prosperity for which every one of us is so eager. We all want money, money, money. People in the world, they are always running behind Shiva to get money. But he is running behind Krishna. So people are not seeing that. Where is my Lord is running? My Lord, why he is... The Shiva Bhakta never think that why my Lord is living in a crematorium, why he is not accepting any opulence, but he is giving to us, but he is not accepting. What is the reason? They are not thinking like this. That is dull-headedness. Dull-headed people cannot think like this. And they will be simply illusioned by the Lord Shiva's potency. This Maya Devi, like Vaishnavi, she is also servant of Vishnu. So she will be keep on engaging these all jivas in this material pants. Parvati, who is the powerful material nature personified, is under his full control as his wife. Yet he doesn't use her even to build a residential house. Shiva is not using her to build a house, and he is thinking that what he is postponed. Like that, Vaishnavas always postpone the things, no luxurious things, no hankering for the purchasing of this thing, that thing. But if you see, people are even sometimes we see devotees. Oh, if they go to the market, oh, I want this object. Oh, I want that object. Oh, I want this object. They cannot adjust themselves. They cannot simplify their life. They feel everything is necessary. This is the illusion. This is the power of the Maya. Maya will always captivate and keep in her lap, keep Jiva in her control. Learn from Shiva how to be simple. As much as possible, you should simplify your life. Simplify your life. Simplify your life. Till what extent you can simplify your life? Our great sage Sukadev Goswami is saying. You know what he's saying? Wow. You say, Satyam Chitau Kim Kashipo Prayasai Bahau Swasiddhi Upabarhanai Kim Satyanjilau Kim Purudanna Patya Digval Kaladau Sati Kim Dukulai. Hey, hey Parikshit, what extent one can simplify his life? He is saying, if there are the hands are there, then what is the need of pillow? Be self-sufficient. Use your hands only as pillow. And what is saying further? If there is a earth is there, then what is the need of the bed? And when there are the hands are there, palms are there, then what is the need of the vessel? And he's saying, if the four directions are there, eight directions, when the directions are there, what? And directions along with these tree barks are there, then what is the need of clothes? What these trees are not going to donate you, whatever you eat in the form of fruits. What these rivers are not going to give water. What these caves are not going to give shelter to you. Why you are hankering for all these things? Just you should surrender. Chirani kim pati nasti dishanti bhiksham navangripa parabruta sarito pyasushyan ruddaguha kimajito vatino pasannan kasmat bhajanti kavayo danu durmadandhan. So what is the need of to maintain this body? What is the need of going and taking the shelter of the Dana Madanda, Dana Durmadandha, the rich people who are very proud of their richness. Why you have to go and surrender to them to survive this body when all these facilities are with you? Our devotees also working under the so-called people who are not devotees and just to maintain food. So pity actually. Make the life so simple as much as possible, as much as possible, as much as possible. As much as you surrender to the Lord, as much as you increase your bhakti, as much as you relish the Krishna's love, that much your life will be simplified. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janayatyashu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayadahaitukam. When you do bhakti, this Vairagyam, renouncement will come automatically. You renounce as much as possible. Simplify your life. Live with only few, just two sets of clothes, little food, as much as possible. Don't become burden on this society and don't hanker for the rich people. That means don't go behind the rich people to maintain your body. This is foolishness. You are wasting your time. What you are learning from Shiva. So next, Yasyanavadya charitam manishino गृणन्त्यविद्यापटलं बिभत्सवः निरस्तसाम्यातिशयोऽपि यत्स्वयं पिशाचचर्यामचरद्गतिः सताम्. Although no one in the material world is equal to or greater than Lord Shiva, and although he is unimpeachable character is followed by great souls to dismantle the mass of nescience, and he nevertheless remains as if a devil to give salvation to all devotees of the Lord. Lord Shiva looks like uncivilized, but he is the great Vaishnava. Sukadeva Goswami, Lord Shiva, all these great sages, the devotees, So, devilish characteristics are never abominable because he looks like a devil, hmm, keeping bhasma on the body and having the kapala garland in the neck and only simple cloth, bare naked body. You look like a devil, but he looks like uncivilized because purposefully you want to be like. Because all the potencies are with him. If you want, he can build such a powerful house. But he teaches the sincere devotee of the Lord how to practice detachment from material enjoyment. If you don't learn this thing from the Shiva, then your life is waste. So that's why we should learn this. Try to make Matajis especially. Matajis by nature, they have so much interest for the gold, wealth. That's the body's psychology, that is. But you are different from that. You should try to follow Devhuti. Mother Devhuti, she was in his big palace, but she was living like just a poor woman. Like that. You should live like that. You should hear more and more the Vaishnava's characteristics, the Vaishnava's detachment for this material world, the Vaishnava's deep heart for the Lord's lotus feet. These things you should hear and practice. He is called Mahadeva, are the greatest of all demigods, and no one is equal to or greater than him in material world. He is almost equal with Lord Vishnu. Almost only difference. Maya Sparsha Sahita. Although he always associated with Maya, Durga, he is above the reactionary stage of three modes of material nature because he is doing bhakti. Otherwise, he will be also affected by Maya. And although he is in charge of devilish characteristics in the mode of ignorance, he is not affected by such association. He's so compassionate. He has compassion. That's why out of compassion he is giving the protection for these all devilish characteristic jivas. Ghosts. Hasanti yasya charitam hi durbaga sat swatman ratasya vidusha samehitam यैर्वस्त्रमाल्यभरणानुलेपनैः स्वभोजनं स्वात्मतयोपलालितम्. Unfortunate, foolish persons not knowing that he is engaged in his own self laugh at him. By seeing Shiva, whoever laughs, they are committing severe offence, like Chitraketu Maharaj. By seeing it's very difficult to understand the behavior of Vaishnava. Vaishnava Mudra is not so easy to understand. He laughed. He was keeping his wife, Mother Parvati, in his lap in front of everyone. But he is always transcendental. But if you laugh, then it is offense. Such a foolish person engaged in maintaining the body, who is eatable by dogs with dresses, ornaments, garlands, and ointments. Whoever laugh at Shiva and try to be like opulent, like Daksha. Daksha was laughing at Shiva. No respect for Shiva. And Daksha feel himself as great. I have a lot of affluence. I'm a great Brahmana. But he is a fool. He is offended. Because of his offense, he got the goat head. He was punished. And he did once again offense. He offended Narada Muni. Because of the offense towards the Shiva, he offended once again Narada Muni. So that's why offense will lead to another offense. If you offend one devotee, That offense will lead to offend another devotee, another devotee, another devotee. Your life will be gone. Even you are getting the fruit of pure devotion service, that fruit is slipping from your hand. You are like a poor man. This great fruit is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to us. And we are slipping our fruit from our hands by offending the devotees. So that's why don't offend devotees. Okay, everyone is following me. Any questions? Just to grasp whatever I am saying. Just keep on noting and remembering. So such a foolish person is engaged in maintaining the body which is eatable by dogs with dresses, ornaments, garlands, and ornaments. Everyone switch on camera. Please. Please do that. Switch on camera. Please switch on your cameras. Yes. Keep it on. Otherwise, your mind will be agitated to do some other things. Lord Shiva never accept any luxurious dress, garland, ornaments, or ornaments. But those who are addicted to the decoration of the body, which is finally eatable by dogs, very luxurious. Wow, Prabhupada is saying, this body will be eatable by dogs finally. Yes, which you are caring so nicely. So that is going to be eaten by dogs. Such a person don't understand Lord Shiva, but they approach him for luxurious material comforts. There are two kinds of devotees of Lord Shiva. One class is the gross materialistic seeking only bodily comforts from Lord Shiva, and other class desires to become one with him. These two are foolish people. For material opulence or for the Sahajya Mukti. But another people also there, they worship Shiva to get the pure devotion. Because as a devotee, Vaishnava Nam Yatha Shambhu, Shambhu is the best among the Vaishnavas. So you can worship Lord Shiva with the spirit of what? He is a great Vaishnava, not with the spirit of he is a Parabrahman. He is the supplier of all the material comforts, and he is the supreme Lord. With this spirit, if you offend, if you worship, then it is a offense. It is wrong. It's wrong. You should not do like that. You should worship him as a Vaishnava. In the other words, the karmis and jnanis are generally devotees of Lord Shiva, but they don't properly understand his real purpose in life. Okay. The real purpose of Lord Shiva is to serve the soul of the soul, that is Lord Krishna. This is the mission of Lord Shiva. So we should follow him like that. ब्रह्मादयो यत्कृतसेतुपाला यत्कारणं विश्वमिदं च माया आज्ञाकरी पिशाचचर्या अहो विभूम्नाश्चरितं विडम्बनम्. Demigods like Brahma also follow the religious rites observed by him. He is the controller of the material energy which caused the creation of material world. He is great, and therefore his devilish characteristics are simply imitation. So that's why no one should offend Shiva. Even Brahmaji is also following him. Lord Shiva is the husband of Durga, the controller of the material energy. Durga is personified material energy. And Lord Shiva, being her husband, is the controller of material energy. He is also the incarnation of mode of ignorance. And that means Gunavatara. He is the controller of the ignorance mode. There are three modes. One is ignorance. This Lord Shiva is the controller of that. And he is the Guna Avatara, that's why, of the Lord. Maitreya Uvacha Saivam Samvidite Bharta Manmathonmatitendriya Jagraha Vaso Brahmarshe Urshiliva Gatatrapa Urshiliva Gratatrapa. Oh my God, happened all the now. Unwanted thing happened now. Gone. What should not happen, that happened now. Maitreya is saying, Diti was thus informed by her husband. Kasyapa made her to understand the situation and gravity of the situation. But he is not so strong, but he has some softness in his heart towards Diti. He didn't forcibly didn't reject. No, we should not have no sexual intercourse. No, he didn't say strongly. He just tried to convince her soft words. But what is the reaction from the Diti? Diti was thus informed by her husband, but she was pressed by Cupid for sexual satisfaction. Just a flickering pleasure and very impulsive actually. And she caught hold of the clothing of the great Brahmana sage, just like a shameless public prostitute. Vrishiliva. Hare Bap, Bap. Maitreya is also saying Vrishila Iva. That means untimely if they do sex, that is, they are all prostitutes. What he's saying? Shameless. She has no shame. And she took up the clothing of Kasyapa and just pulled it. She pulled the dhoti of Kasyapa. It's too much. Kamaturanam na bhayam na lajja. It's very shameless. Pulling the clothing of husband is very shameless act. It's very heinous. Maturana na bhayam na lajja. If someone is inflicted by lust or sex desire, he will never think it is a shameless activity and he will never get any fear. He'll become like a mad. He'll become a mad after that, and then once over, then everything is gone. All his prestige, all his social name, fame, everything gone. All another. It's a very impulsive. Lord has invested his illusory pleasure in this. So that's why it is very, very powerful, this sex desire. And she did that. The difference between a married wife and a public prostitute is that one is restrained in sex life by the rules and regulations of the scriptures. Even husband and wife, if they don't follow the rules and regulations of the scriptures, they are prostitutes. Yes. Even they are doing sexual intercourse among the husband and wife, still that is a prostitution. If it is not regulated, then it is illicit sex. Whereas the other is unrestricted in sex life and is conducted solely by the strong sex urge. Although very enlightened Kasyapa, the great sage, became a victim of his prostitute wife. Woman always should be guided. Woman may do mistake, but man's intelligence where it is going. If there is a man and woman and there is a mistake happened, then who's responsible for that mistake? Whole and soul, the responsibility is goes to male. Now here wife is agitated by the sex desire and she is forcing him, then whose duty to control her? Her husband's duty. But he didn't do that. Then whose mistake this is? This is Kasyapa's mistake. Women are innocent. They are very emotional. They has to be taken care. They has to be protected. They has to be cared. They have to be cared. But you should not blame them. You cannot blame women. It's a responsibility goes to the male person. He may be father. He may be, if a daughter is corrupted, means it's a father's fault and also the person. Similarly, husband and son. Such is the strong force of material energy. कामयेष क्रोधयेष रजोगुणसमुद्भवः महाशनो महापाप्मा विद्येनमिह वैरिणम्. Arjuna, this lust and anger are coming out from mode of passion. They are like a fire. Mahashano Mahapapma. In the fire, if you keep on putting the ghee, what will happen? The fire will increase more, more, more. Similarly, if you try to serve the sex desires, you are supplying women for that. More, more, more. After some days, it will say, not only my wife, others' wife, even more, even more, even more. No limit. Mahashano Mahapapma Vidyena Miha Vairinam. It's a dangerous this. Very careful. Be careful about this. Saviditvata Bharyayas Tam Nirbandam Vikarmani Natva Dishtraya Rahasi Tayothopa Viveshahi. Understanding his wife's purpose, he was obliged to perform the forbidden act. And thus, after offering his obeisances unto worshipable fate, he lay with her in secluded place gone. वो जाके सो गया. नत्वा दिष्टया रहसि तया तया तोपविवेशहि. It appears from the talks of Kasyapa with his wife that he was a worshipper of Lord Shiva. And although he knew that Lord Shiva would not be pleased with him for such a forbidden act, he was obliged because Kasyapa glorified Shiva. That means he is having a lot of love for Shiva. But now he is doing the forbidden activity which is against the Shiva. That means Shiva doesn't want to see anyone to do the sexual intercourses in the Sandhya time. But Kasyapa is. So that means, yes, see this power of the sex. All good intelligence will be gone. Dhyayato vishayan pumsa sangastoshopajaayate sangat sanjayate kamaha kamat krodho vijayate क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिभ्रंशो स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. This lust is so powerful, it will destroy all your good intelligence. And finally, you will become completely like a mad person, not able to make a proper decision. When lust is so powerful, because of this, your all good intelligence is gone. All good knowledge is forgotten. Smriti Bramsha. Smriti Bramshat Buddhinasho. You don't remember any good things. And your intelligence, that's why intelligence is gone. Not able to make a right decision. Buddhinashat pranashyati. If your intelligence is not working, that means you are not able to make right decision. That means you are doing the wrong decision. Pranashyati, pranashyati, pranashyati. Gone, gone, gone. So many cases like this. Dear Kasyapa did the mistake. He knows Shiva is great personality. He gave the lot of speech till now. But when his wife pulled the dhoti, gone. By seeing that, he also got captivated by the lust and finished. He was obliged to act by his wife's desire, and thus he offered his obeisances unto fate. Whatever may happen, happen. So let me have this. He knew that the child born of such an untimely sexual intercourse would certainly not be a good child, but could not protect himself because he was too obliged to his wife. Handpicked. He just became a toy in his wife's hands. Handpicked. These husbands are useless. They cannot guide their wife nicely. Definitely there will be unwanted things in the society. So many people, they before marriage, they all think, yes, we will do Garbhadan Samskar, then only we will produce child. But after some days, one, two times they try in a right way, and after that, they no rules, negations. Finally, they produce one unwanted child. This is happening in the society. Not able to follow the Garbhadan Samskar. That means you have to see the date, you have to see the Muhurta, you have to see the condition of the woman, and you should chant the holy names. You should follow all this, everything matching. Maybe you may find one day in a month, or sometimes you may not be finding suitable day. So then you have to wait for next month. But they are not waiting. They are doing sex and producing the unwanted children, and they are making burden for this society. Devotee children, also no devotee. Why they will be devotee? This unwanted child. Just some people they are living on the fate and doing. Oh, Krishna will take care. Why he will take care? You are so surrendered to him, fully surrendered. Then why you need sex life? Then go and do the bhajan 24 hours. So to cover their sense gratification, they put the Krishna's name. Huh? This is cunning fellows, cheating fellows. Krishna will take yatha mam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajami. You are fully surrendered to him, then he will be taking full care. But you didn't fully surrender to him. But whenever you need, you say that Krishna will take care. This is cheating. Krishna will think that when I say you didn't surrender to me, and now you are saying this is my responsibility. What is this nonsense? You are so cunning. And I am the cunning of the master of the cunners. Cunning people. He is the master. He is the cheater of the cheaters. You cannot cheat him. So that's why Garbhadhan Samskar is very important. They have to tolerate their sex impulse. And on that proper dates only they should do. Otherwise, if they cannot tolerate Prabhu, 1, 2 months we followed, then we are not able to follow. Then unwanted thing will come. What can we do? So you see, in similar case, however, when Haridas Thakura was tempted by public prostitute at the dead of night, he avoided the allurement because of his perfection in Krishna consciousness. This is only the solution. That is the difference between a Krishna conscious person and others. Kashyap Muni was greatly learned and enlightened, and he knew all the rules and regulations of systematic life, and he failed to protect himself from the attack of sex desire. Very rarely, out of thousands and thousands devotee families, maybe few are able to do proper Garbhadan samskara because they are not strong in Krishna consciousness. That's why they are failing. Thakur Haridasa was not born of a Brahmana family, nor was he himself Brahmana. Yet he could protect himself. So this is Bhakti can make everyone qualified for all good qualities. Atopasprushya salilam prananam yaya vagyataha dhyayam jajapa viracham brahmajyoti sanatanam. Thereafter, the Brahmana took his bath in the water and controlled his speech by practicing trance, meditating on the eternal effulgence and chanting the holy Gayatri hymns within his mouth. Now everything is over. What he will do now? Took bath. Yeah, after doing sex, they should take bath. After evacuating, passing stool, you should take bath. After sleeping more than half an hour, you should take bath. Similarly. So he took bath and now he is just chanting Gayatri. Already over. The thing which unwanted thing is done already. What he can do then? Everything is now on the fate. Kashyap Muni appears to be an impersonalist. He is not a fully devotee. He is chanting the Om, not the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That's why Prabhupada is writing. He is looking like impersonalist. Next. Ditistu vikridhatena कर्मावद्येन भारत उपसंगम्य विप्रर्षिम् अधोमुख्यभ्यभाषता अधोमुख्यभ्यभाषता. O son of the Bharata family, Maitra is addressing whom? Vidura. Diti, after this, went nearer to her husband. Her face lowered because of her faulty action. She spoke as follows. Now, what you can do? చేతులు కాలిన తర్వాత ఆకులు పట్టుకుని ఉపయోగం. There is a one proverb in Telugu. After burning hands and if you touch the leaves, what is the benefit? Already, so unwanted thing is happened, has happened. Now what can be done? Now she is with the lowered face, went to her husband and speaking like this. So yes, when we do the faulty thing, we always put down our face. That's natural. When one is ashamed of an abominable activity, one naturally becomes down-faced. Diti came to her sense after the abominable sense sexual intercourse with her husband. Just in a few minutes. Like there's so many accidents every day happening. Sexual accidents. And ruining the lives of people actually. Because the whole society is surcharged with the mode of passion. No values are taught to them. No good lessons are given to children and young girls and young boys. That's why there are so many accidents, so many illicit activities daily in every minute. And that is filling more and more sinful in the society. That is inviting more and more sinful people. That's why be careful in future. There will be thousands and thousands and millions of uncontrolled demonic people in around to you. These are all unwanted children. And only the one thing can save them. Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishnam Sangopanga Parshadam Yagnaihi Sankirtana Prayairyajanti Sumedasaha. That's why in this Kali Yuga, intelligent people, they should take the shelter of Sankirtan Yajna. Chant Hare Krishna everywhere, spread these holy names. Just go and shout about Krishna's names everywhere. What you are all doing? Wasting your time. Not able to sing the glories of Krishna everywhere, then your life is waste. Tasmat Bharat Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishvaro Hari Srotavyah Kirtitavyascha Smartavyascha Bhayam Smartavyascha Bhayam. This is from second canto, from the sloka number 5. So that's why Sukadeva Goswami is also warning to, is giving warning to Parikshit. Hey, Parikshit, you are going to die now. That's why what you should do now in the critical situation. Tasmad Bharata Bhagavan. Tasmad Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Hari. Srotavyah Kirtitavyascha Smartavyascha Bhayam. Parikshit, you should use your time now in hearing the glories of the Lord, pastimes. Bhagavan Hari, Hari's glories you should hear. This is only the, even in emergency, even in the free time, every time, Tasmad Bharat. So that's why it is saying, all the time you should do this. That's why he's saying, sorry. Now you should chant the holy names all the time. That's why Sukadeva Goswami, same Sukadeva Goswami in the second chapter of second canto is saying in the sloka number 36, Tasmat Sarvatmana Rajan Harihi Sarvatra Sarvada Srotavyah Kirtitavyascha Smartavyo Bhagavan Runam Smartavyo Bhagavan Runa. Parikshit, you should chant the names of Lord all the time. Sarvatra Sarvada. Wherever you are there. All the places Sarvatra. Sarvada means all the times. Otherwise, your time is waste. Yes? Who is saying your time is waste? That minute is waste. Saunak is saying. What is saying? If you don't spend the time in the Krishna consciousness, that time is useless for you. Where is that sloka? That is from the third chapter. आयुर्हरति वैपुंसाम् उद्यन्नस्तं च यन्नसौ तस्येत्ययक्षणो नीत उत्तमश्लोकवार्तया. If you are not able to spend that minute in your Krishna consciousness, that's useless. Ayurharati vai. That's a waste of time. Waste of time means what? If you don't spend the time in Krishna consciousness, that is waste of time. Okay, come to this. Diti Ruvacha. Now with repentance, she is saying, what happened? What will happen now? Diti Ruvacha. Name garpamimam brahman bhutanam rushabho vadit. Rudraha patirhi bhutanam yasya karavamahansam yasya karavaham. Ah, what is happening here? Power is going. The beautiful Diti said, my dear Brahmana, kindly see that my embryo is not killed by Lord Shiva, the Lord of all living entities, because of the great offence I have committed against him. Diti was now came to her consciousness. Before just a few seconds before, just a few minutes you can take. She was so lusty, now she came. Just sex impulse is like that. Gone, finish everything. Diti was conscious of her offense and was anxious to be excused by Lord Shiva because she went against the Lord Shiva. Because that time is meant for Lord Shiva and no one should do any abominable activity in front of him. Otherwise, it is offense towards it, towards Shiva. That happened. But Lord Shiva is very merciful, he's Astosh. He's very prone to anger as well as quickly pacified. He's Rudra and also he's Astosh. Quick anger and quickly he'll become cool. Diti knew that because of his being quickly angered, he might spoil the pregnancy she had so unlawfully achieved. She was thinking that maybe Lord Shiva destroy my embryo. But because he was also Astosh, many times many people they go for wrong sexual intercourse and that's why their embryos are not standing actually. They are not pleasing either Devatas or Lord. That's right. Next, Namo Rudraya Mahate Devayograya Midushe Sivaya Nyasta Dandaya Druta Dandaya Manyave. Now she is offering obeisances to the Lord Shiva. Let me offer my obeisances unto the angry Lord Shiva, who is simultaneously the very ferocious, great demigod and the fulfiller of all material desires. He is all auspicious and forgiving, but his anger can immediately move him to chastise. He's worried actually, he's a Rudra. He's a very angry person. I did mistake. So Rudra, please take my obeisances. Like that she's offering. Diti prayed for the mercy of Lord Shiva very cleverly. She prayed, the Lord can excuse me to cry. But if he likes, he can also stop my crying because he is Astosha. He is great. He is so great that if he likes, he can immediately destroy my pregnancy. But by his mercy, he can also fulfill my desire that my pregnancy not be spoiled. Woman will feel so bad, her pregnancy is dropped. That's the nature actually. Nature is like that. Every mother is so much attached to their baby. That may be the animals, that may be the birds, that may be reptiles, that may be humans, that may be anything. This is the nature. Affection. That's why this society is running. Otherwise, if mother doesn't have such a affection towards the baby, then what will happen actually? Can you see the progression of the living entities? It's impossible. She never feel any bad to clean the stool of the baby. She never feel any bad to sacrifice her sleep. She never feel any, that means, tiredness or boring for serving her baby. Anytime. Baby cries, immediately she gets up and she tries to fulfill all the needs of the baby. That is the nature kept in every woman body. That is the motherliness. Every man should see quality in women. If one is not able to see that, he is animal actually. He is animal. So that is the meaning of calling someone as Mataji. Nowadays they call Mataji Mataji, and now they are making the illicit affairs with them. That means they don't know the weight of the word Mataji. This is nonsense. Means that body is not meant for sexual pleasure. That woman body is meant for progression of the living entities. That body never feel bored to serve the baby and bears the baby for 9 months and taking so many troubles. Giving birth means just it is like taking the next birth for her. So painful, so troublesome. Not only to carry baby, then baby after birth also baby's birth, she has to serve like anything. She takes so many troubles. That is the motherliness is there in that. That has to be seen by every male. Even from the small baby to old woman. Then that is the meaning of calling mother. Not just lip service. Sana prasidetaam bhamo Bhagavan Urvanugra व्यधास्यप्यनुकम्प्यानां स्त्रीणां देव सतीपतिः. Let him be pleased with us, since he is my brother-in-law, the husband of my sister Sati. He is also the worshipable Lord of all women. He is the personality of all opulence and can show mercy towards women who are excused even by the uncivilized hunters. So now she is requesting the Lord not to destroy her embryo. Lord Shiva is the husband of Sati, one of the sisters of Diti. Sati, Diti. Diti invoked the pleasure of her sister Sati, so that Sati will request her husband to excuse her. Besides that, Lord Shiva is the worshipful Lord of all women. He is naturally very kind towards women, on whom even the uncivilized hunters also show their mercy. वाच स्वसर्गस्याशिषं लोक्यम् आशासानां प्रवेपति. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. I forgot one more thing. Mm, मैत्री उवाच स्वसज्ञस्याशिषं लोक्यम् आशासानां प्रवेपति निवृत्त संज्ञा नियमो भार्यामा प्रजापति. Then, so Maitreya is saying, what happened? The great sage Kasyapa thus addressed his wife, who was trembling because of fear that her husband was offended. She understood that he had been disavowed from his daily duties of offering evening prayers, yet she desired the welfare of her children in the world. So now my Kashyapa started speaking. Kashyapa uvacha अप्रायत्यात्मनस्ते दोषान्मयहूर्तिकादुता मन्निदेशातिचारेण देवानां चातिहेलनात्. The Lord Kashyapa said, because of your minds being polluted, because of defilement of the particular time, because of your negligence of many directions, and because of your being apathetic to the demigods, everything was inauspicious. Everything was inauspicious. The conditions for having good progeny in society are that the husband should be disciplined in religious and regulative principles, and the wife should be faithful to the husband. That means husband should be strong in his sadhana, and wife just should be faithful. That means she should not be thinking other man in her heart. Otherwise, that is a prostitution. Just 1 second. अरे यार कौन रहा है क्लास में ना क्योंकि ये कौन बाप रे बाप थैंक यू ये क्लास चल रहा है Before engaging in sexual intercourse, both husband and wife must consider their mental condition, the particular time, the husband's direction, and obedience to the demigods. According to Vedic society, there is a suitable auspicious time for sex life, which is called the time for Garbhadana. Diti neglected all the principles of scriptural injunction, and therefore, although she was very anxious for auspicious children, no auspicious children, how she can get? She broke all the principles. So there is clear indication here that Brahmana's son is not always a Brahmana. Personalities like Ravana and Hiranyakashipu were actually born of Brahmanas, but they were not accepted as Brahmanas. That's why caste system by birth is rejected. Who knows? They followed Garbhada and Samskara. So that's why Brahmana's son cannot be Brahman. So that's why we should see the qualities of the people according to the person, and we should assign duties. That is known as Daiva Varnashrama. That should be started. Next. Bhavishyatas tavabhadra vabhadre jataradhamau lokan sapalan strin chandi muhura krundaishyataha. A haughty one, you will have two contemptuous sons born of your condemned womb. Your womb is condemned. Two rascals are going to come. Unlucky woman, unfortunate woman. They will cause constant lamentation to all the three worlds. Two asuras are going to come from her womb. Contemptuous sons are born of the condemned womb of their mother. In Bhagavad Gita 1.40, it is said, when there is a deliberate negligence of regulatory principles of religious life, the woman as a class become polluted. So, Kula Dharma. When the Kula Dharmas are not observed strictly, then Varna Sankaraha, woman will be polluted. Then woman will not be strictly, so she will be polluted, then that will lead to the Varna Shankara, and Varna Shankara lead to the all the forefathers will be falling from their place because there is no proper one to feed them. So the Lord Kasyapa could foresee the character of the sons who would be born of the condemned womb of Diti. The womb was condemned because of the mothers being too sexually inclined and thus transgressing all the laws and injunctions of the scriptures. In a society where such women are predominant, one should not expect good children. प्राणिनां हन्यमानानां दीनानामकृतागसां स्त्रीणां निगृह्यमाणानां कोपितेषु महात्मसु कोपितेषु महात्मसु. They will kill poor, faultless living entities, torture women, and enrage the great souls. These two kids who are going to come, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, they will be torturing everyone, all the poor living entities. Demonic activities are predominant when innocent, faultless living entities are killed. Women are tortured. That we are seeing now also. Now there are thousands and thousands and lakhs of Hiranyakashipus and Hiranyakshas are there in the present society. That's just so much violence, so much disturbance in the society. And the great souls engaged in Krishna consciousness are enraged. In a demonic society, innocent animals are killed to satisfy the tongue. They are cutting the thousands and thousands of cows every day. Innocent animal, cow is so auspicious. If one cow is tortured, then Parikshit was so angry. Now, what about now the present situation? Then how he will be? Thousands and thousands, millions of cows in a year are slaughtered. And can you expect any peace in the society? It's impossible. So much illicit sex. So much. No regulations in the ashramas. No varnas, no ashramas, no ashrama rules, no varna rules. Out for the greed, out of greed, they are doing anything, everything. No regulation in the activities, selecting the activities. So karma also should be regulated as per the varnashrama dharma. Karma should not be free. So as per the money making, karma should not be allowed to do by anyone. No. Karma should be regulated based upon the quality of the person. For more money, Brahmana is becoming Vaishya is wrong thing. Who is having Brahmanical quality now out of greed of the money, he is doing the Vaishya activities wrong. It's a Varna Sankara. It's a nonsense. It's a disturbance in the society. Then what will happen? Everyone will do only more profit things, and nobody will care for the uplifting the society. Then there is a fall of the society's consciousness in wholesome. It's a great danger actually. This animal society, day by day, it is falling even lower than the animal society. Where there are women and meat, there must be liquor and sex indulgence. In demonic society, innocent animals are killed to satisfy the tongue, and women are tortured by unnecessary sexual indulgence. When these are prominent in the society, by God's grace, one can expect a change in the social order by the Lord Himself or by His bona fide representative. That's why whose responsibility to change the society? It is our responsibility. We have to sacrifice our time and energy for uplifting this society. Otherwise, we are not Vaishnavas. Paradukka dukki. If you don't have any kind of compassion for these living entities who are really innocent women and innocent living entities, they are being killed by these demons. And if you don't make them to understand their fault, and if you don't preach them, and if you don't try to help them, then what kind of Vaishnava you are? Just always you are filling your belly with the so-called your earnings. This is a waste of time actually. तदा विश्वेश्वरः क्रुद्धो भगवान् लोकभावनः अनिश्यत्यवतीर्यासौ अनिश्यत्यवतीर्यासौ यथाद्रीन् शतपर्वदृक् यथाद्रीन् शतपर्वदृक्. At that time, the Lord of the universe, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the well-wisher of all living entities, will descend and kill them, just as Indra smashes the mountains with his thunderbolts. Kasyapa is saying, my dear Diti, your children will be very mischievous and very demonic, and these two will be killed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So mother is always mother. How may be the child? Even the child is demonic. But mother love is always exist there also. That is the mother nature. That's why mother is mother. Every woman is mother. They're always like this, irrespective of their children's status. Even maybe he is not having the properly limbs, even he is mentally retarded, or even he is very ugly, but still, no one may be in the whole society not liking him. No one may be liking him, but she will like. Yes, this is this is mother's nature actually. That quality is there in every female body actually. It's a great quality. So that's why that is the thing one has to see. Anytime if anyone see woman, that quality he has to see. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord descends as Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha dushkrutam dharma samstapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. The Lord descends as an incarnation to deliver the devotees and kill the miscreants. The Lord of the universe and of everything would appear to kill the sons of Diti because of they offending the devotees. Because these Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha are going to torture all the Vaishnavas. That's why Lord will come and fight with them and finish. Kasyapa is saying all these things to mother. Mother heart is breaking now. Oh my God, whom I am going to give birth. Everyone is subject to the miseries offered by the material nature, but because the activities of miscreants such as killing innocent people and animals or torturing women are harmful to everyone and are therefore a source of pain for the devotees. Lord comes down. Ditiruvacha vadam bhagavata sakshat sunabodara bahuna sunabodara bahuna आशाससे पुत्रयोर्मह्यं मा कृद्दात् ब्राह्मणात् प्रभु मा कृद्दात् ब्राह्मणात् प्रभु. Diti said, it is very good that my sons will be magnanimously killed by the arms of personality of Godhead with his Sudarshan weapon. Oh, my husband, may they never be killed by the wrath of Brahmana devotees. She is expecting they should not be killed by the curse of Brahmana. न ब्रह्मदण्डदग्धस्य न भूतभयदस्य च नारकाश्चान गृह्णन्ति यां याम् योनिमसौ गतः योनिमसौ गतः. A person who is condemned by Brahmana or he is always fearful to other living entities is not favored either by those who are already in hell or by those in the species in which he is born. She is only expecting that my children should not be cursed by Brahmana. Okay, Lord, let him kill. But Brahmana's curse is very powerful. That's what I mean. यतः न ब्रह्म इत्यादि इत्यादि षष्ठो नारकाः अपि because if Brahmana they curse there will be so much loss, life after life. That's why she's a practical example of a condemned species of life is the dog. Dogs are so condemned that they never show any sympathy to their contemporaries. Next, Kasyapa Vaja. कृतशोकानुतापेन सद्यः प्रत्यवमर्शनात् भगवत्युरु भगवत्युरुमानाच्च भवेमय्यपि चादरात् पुत्रस्यैव च पुत्राणां भवितैकः सतां मतः गास्यन्ति यद्यशः शुद्धम् भगवद्यशसा समम् भगवद्यशसा समम्. The Lord Kashyapa said, because of your lamentation, penitence, and proper deliberation, and also because of your unflinching faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead and your adoration for Lord Shiva and me, one of the sons of your son will be an approved devotee of the Lord. And his fame will be broadcast equally with that of the personality of Godhead. Kasyapa is giving a one good news to her. Hey Diti, don't worry, because you are so faithful to me and you have love for Shiva. Of course, you offended him, but still you have respect for him and you have faith on the Lord. So that's why one of your son's son will be a devotee and he'll be having the fame in all over the world. And also she is repenting for her offense. कृतः योप अपराधः तेन शोकः ततः अनुतापः तेन मत्यवमर्शनात् युक्तायुक्त विचारात् एतैः पंचभिः कारणैः पुत्रस्य हिरण्यकशिपोः पुत्राणां मध्ये एकः सतां मतो भविष्यति. एक one will become devotee. Next, योगैर् योगैर्हेमेव दुर्वर्णम् योगैर्हेमेव दुर्वणम् भावयिष्यन्ति साधवः निर्वैरादिभिरात्मानं यच्चीलमनुवर्तितुम्. In order to follow in his footsteps, saintly persons will try to emulate his character by practicing freedom from animosity. Just as the purifying process rectify gold of inferior quality. So he is saying that in order to follow in his footsteps, saintly persons will try to emulate his character by practicing freedom from it. Yoga practice, the process of purifying one's existential identity, is based mainly on self-control. Without self-control, one cannot practice freedom from animosity in the conditional state. So here Kashyapa is giving just a good words to her. So next, we are running out the time. यत्प्रसादादिदं विश्वं प्रसेदति यदात्मकं सस्वदृग्भगवान् यस्य तोष्यते नन्यादृशा. Everyone will be pleased with him because the personality of God, the supreme controller of the universe, is always satisfied with the with a devotee who doesn't wish for anything beyond him. This Prahlad Maharaj is so wonderful. He will not be having any animosity towards anyone. Hiranyakashipu is completely opposite to Prahlad Maharaj. He has enmity with all the devatas, with everyone in the whole three universes, in the three lokas. The entire universe is having animosity. And he is very much greedy. Hiranyakashipu means the one who is greedy for gold. He is known as Hiranyakashipu. And he used to give pain to all the innocent living entities. But this Prahlad is not like that. He always follow footsteps of saintly people. And everyone will be pleased by him. Because he pleases Krishna. If you please Krishna, by you everyone will be pleased. So always satisfied. The Supreme Personality of God is situated everywhere in the Super Soul. Okay, this you read. Savai Mahabhagavato Mahatma Mahanubhavo Mahatam Mahishtaha Pravruddha Bhaktya Hyanubhavitashaye Niveshya Vaikuntamimam Vihasyate. The topmost devotee of the Lord will have expanded intelligence and expanded influence and will be the greatest of the great souls. Due to mature devotional service, he will certainly be situated in transcendental ecstasy and will enter the spiritual sky after quitting this material world. So Kashyapa is saying, this Prahlad is so wonderful and he will go back to the God. He is going to get the Sthai Bhav, the Prema actually. Sthai Bhav is the beginning, so Prema is going to. So all the future, so Kashyapa is. So there's qualities and further quality. अलंपटशीलधरो गुणाकरो हृष्टः परत्यर्या व्यतितो दुःखितेषु अभूतशत्रुर्जगतः शोकहर्ता नैदाधिकं नैदाघिकं tapasamivodu all the good qualities of Prahlad are mentioned here. He will be a virtuous, qualified reservoir of all good qualities. He will be jolly and happy in others' happiness, distressed in others' distress, and will have no enemies. And he will be the destroyer of the lamentation of all the universes, like the pleasant moon after the summer sun. Prahlad is like that. All the good qualities are mentioned here. अंतर्बहिश्चामलमब्जनेत्रं स्वपुरुषेच्छानुगृहीतरूपं पौत्रस्तव शीललानलाललमां द्रष्टा स्फुरत्कुण्डलमण्डिताननम्. Your grandson will be able to see inside and outside the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose wife is the beautiful goddess of fortune. The Lord can assume the form desired by the devotees, and his face is always beautiful, decorated with the earrings. This Prahlad will be very close to the Lord. He is going to see the Lord in his heart, and also he is going to see Lord everywhere. So that is such a fortune. It is predicted here with that grandson of Diti, Prahlad Maharaj, would not only see the personality of Godhead within himself by meditation, but would also be able to see him personally with his eyes. This is Prahlad's fortune. Maitreya uvacha srutva bhagavatam pautram amamodata ditirvrusham Putrayoscha vadham Krishna viditva sinmamana. She became so happy now. Oh, my grandson is very nice, but my sons will be killed. The sage Maitreya said, hearing that her grandson would be a great devotee and that her sons would be killed by Krishna, Diti was highly pleased in mind. When she heard that her grandson would be a great devotee and that her two sons would be killed by the Lord, she was very satisfied. That pain from sons is overcome by the pleasure coming from the grandson. Thus end the Bhakti and the purpose of the third canto, 14th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavata entitled Pregnancy of Diti in the Evening. Thank you very much. Any questions? Yes, Sonia.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I have a question, Prabhu. In
Yes,
text
Mother.
number 42, Diti was mentioning that it is very good that my sons will be killed by the arms of Lord Hari. But she knew well that her sons were killed by the hands of Krishna. She was accepting that even also it is good if they were killed by the hands of Hari. But in sixth canto, we saw that she was performing Pumshavana ritualistic ceremony to will the son to kill Indra because she was claiming that Indra was the cause for my killed sons. So she was performing that sacrifice, Prabhu. So why there she was mentioning that Indra is the cause of the killing of Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha? What was the reason, Prabhu?
Acha. Diti, yes. So, Pumsona, yeah, she is going to do this. Indra is trying to stop that. She has pain actually. When Diti, that means when Hiranyaksha was killed, she was crying like anything. She's lamenting. And Hiranyakashipu was consoling her. You'll be seeing in the second chapter of seventh canto. So, yes, mother. This motherly nature is so powerful. It will attach the Jivatma so much to this material world. That's why mothers are having so much attachment for this material world because that motherly nature is very captivating. That will illusion this soul, that nature. They are deeply engrossed in this material bondage because of this motherly nature. So that's why they has to understand they should divert their emotions towards the Lord. Then only woman can be successfully get out from this material clutches. Because of her affection towards the son, she was forgetting actually. So, oh, my Lord killed and they got liberated. No, she is not able to remember this because of her motherly nature. She is captivated by that and she is once again lamenting and crying. Until unless if you don't become a pure devotee, fully surrendered devotee, you cannot come out from this material miseries. For time being, you may accept, but it's not so easy. Okay. Others, you have any question? Wow, thank you very much. All the best.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you very much. Dandot Pranam
Hare Krishna.
Vaishya Babu.
Tomorrow we'll meet. Feeling boring or morose, what? So nobody is asking questions or nothing. I'm not giving syllabus, we should finish. That's why I'm hurry. It's okay, class. I are getting understanding. Prem Prakash. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
I had an impression that if somebody is killed by the Lord himself, then he gets
Yeah.
liberation.
Yes.
Whereas if someone is killed by brahmanas and other things, he never gets liberation. That's one of the reason why Diti was feeling happy that fine, it will be killed by Lord himself. So he will get liberated anyway.
She is saying that Lord may kill you, it's okay, but she is worried of Brahmana should not give curse because life after life they will get the abominable
Yeah.
births. That's niche yonis. She's only requesting that. So maybe she's just asking. So to her husband, oh my sons should not get curse of a Brahman. But anyway, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, they are completely a different story we are going to see. That's completely they are devotees. Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha are just acting like enemies. That we'll see in the next chapter. That's why next chapter is very important. The secret behind the Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha's appearance. That is nothing but Lord's will only. That we'll see in the next chapter. Tomorrow we'll
Thank you,
start
Prabhu.
that.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, only one
Yes,
question.
Mother.
Is that
Yes,
the
yes,
act
Mother.
is that the act of Diti in this chapter having
Hmm.
desiring for sex with her husband in untimely nature
Yes.
due to the Lord's will, Prabhu? It's due to the Lord's will, or else is that
It's the Lord's will, it's the Diti's will. That we have no hints here. I cannot comment on that. We have only some amount of bhagavad. Remaining another 100 crores of slokas are there. Maybe I think we should know more information to decide it's the Diti's will or the Lord's will. With the given information, it's difficult to comment on the question in the Bhagavad. Okay. Okay. Acharyas also didn't comment, and I also don't want to comment. Hare Krishna. But actually, we can even if you try to see at least some comment I may do. Maybe I may write or wrong. So, ए यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तां तदैव भजामि. Lord will be taking the control on or the decisions on the only fully surrendered soul. Lord wanted someone who can do untimely sex for his Leela. So suitable Jivatma is there and she became Diti. Like that only you should think. Because Lord, why he will make the Diti's life like that? Diti is not a devotee, fully surrendered, not a fully surrendered soul. Then why he will interfere in her karma? Lord will interfere in the those people's karma who are fully surrendered. He may increase, he may decrease, he may finish, he may keep. He will play with the karma of the devotees. He will not play with the people who are not surrendered to him. There is no business in their life. Okay? And that too, even in our case also, the amount of surrender we do, that much only he will reciprocate. If you are very little surrendered, then he will also little responsibility only will take. So if you fully surrender, then he will take full control. Okay.
Okay,
If I say it's a Lord's will, then why Lord is doing? Then Diti, what kind of bhakti she did to take this kind of decision in the Diti's life? And there is so much information we need to decide that. If you say it's a Lord's will, if you say it's Diti's karma, yeah, from Anadi, that Jivatma, who became Diti, who knows how much karma is there? We don't have any. What is the previous life of Diti? Here it is not mentioned. What Diti did to get such a people as demons? You may ask this question next then. If I say Diti karma, then where is the other portion of Bhagavatam? That portion also is there, then I can tell this is mentioned. This karma she did and that's why she got this. But in a principle, you can see. If someone is fully surrendered, then their karma is controlled by the Lord. I can make you understand the principle, but what is exact in this case, with the given information, how to judge, how to apply this principle, we need more information. Otherwise, Diti did some kind of some devotion, and because of that, Lord has mercy on her, and that's why He's going to send His Parshadas as the sons. If this kind of some bhakti she did and such information is there in the somewhere in the Purana, then I can tell. But I don't know. You understand my point?
yes, Prabhu, I can understand.
Yes.
Yes. Any questions? Sonia is very intelligent, huh? Sonia Mataji.
Oh, no, Prabhu, not like that.
Okay, thank you very much for all of you. Hare Krishna. Tomorrow we'll meet.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.